And we're back for the awards ceremony at TCO 17 in Buffalo, New York, coming at you live from BNMC, a Dig Innovation Center, where we have spent the past 3 days watching the top designers, developers, and data scientists in the world compete for glory and $10,000 in each competition track. I'm Will Price. I've been your host and MC over the past few days. My co-host Nick is getting ready to go up on stage right now, and there he is. So we're going to cut right over to that.
See here. Oh my gosh, you guys were working so hard. I was over there on the live stream with Will Price, watching everyone's screen, creeping on you guys. But no, you guys have spent a lot of time working, and all of your efforts will be shown today here at the awards ceremony. So now it's award ceremony time. I am going to kind of break down what we are going to be doing here tonight. First, I'm going to bring up Mike Morris, who is the CEO of Topcoder. We will then
You've been fantastic. Craig, so we have somebody here that actually took vacation from another job to come help out with the event. Craig, thank you. I want to thank BNMC. Matt, the graciousness of being the host for us this week has been unbelievable. Sam has been a long time Topcoder supporter. I think probably more people here probably know Sam than they know me, actually, which is kind of funny. But thank you guys. The whole facility, everything's been really great. I want to thank you to the sponsors. So again, without the sponsors, this wouldn't be possible. So M&T Bank, great session, ton of time that you guys spent with us this week. Really appreciate it. Google, of course, Praxair, Superior Group, Jen, thank you. Infotech, University of Buffalo, and IBM Watson. So we've got the cognitive crew in the back here. So thank you, everybody, for sponsoring this event. And the real round of applause is to these 90 people right here from 29 countries. They're already competing for next year's chance to get back at the Topcoder Open. So round of applause for the competitors. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Matt Enstis, CEO of BNMC.
Thanks, Mike. Good afternoon, everybody. It was great to be at the Innovation Summit this morning for all of you who were there. The competitors who couldn't make it there, it was a great event where we had local people and international and national people talk about innovation, which was great. I first want to start off by thanking our entire team at the BNMC for making this happen, but I want to have a special call out to Sean Heidinger, who really took this under his control and really made this happen. So can we give a round of applause for Sean? Behind the scenes, a lot of you probably didn't know everything that worked here, how it came together, and we have a green team that really made this happen under the leadership of Aaron Vivian and Sean Batchin. So thank you to all of them for really making this flow appropriately. Thank you. And I do have to thank all the competitors. 30 different countries, one person from the US, everybody else traveling overseas to come here. Thank you very much for being here. You really opened our eyes to the work that you do is really where our future is. Every business needs what you all do. So thank you very much. The door is always open for you to come back here to Buffalo, New York. We'd love to have you here. And I do have to highlight Jen Ritling and Sam Marazzo. They were the two that brought this, what some thought was a crazy idea, to bring it here to Buffalo. And then when Mike, thanks for taking a risk on us and saying, why not Buffalo? I hope you all walked away and will come back. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here, and thanks for the competition. We're very fortunate today to have our Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul, here to say a few words and hand out the awards to the winners. So Kathy, thanks for coming in from New York and making it here. If you can come on up. And we are going to make this official. We are going to give the New Era baseball cap right here from Buffalo, New York, the Topcoder New Era baseball cap to Kathy.
All right, thank you. Does this make me smarter or just look smarter? Okay. I'm going to wear this with great pride. I want to tell you, we are so delighted that you have selected my hometown. Yes, I'm the Lieutenant Governor for the entire state of New York, and I did just fly in from New York City an hour ago. But this is my hometown. So this is a point of personal pride to know that we are hosting the greatest technological minds, not just in the state gathered here, but on the planet. And so that's all of you, and I want to give you a huge round of applause for coming to my hometown and making me proud, And Mike, I've already extended the invitation. You did it once. Let's do it again in Buffalo. Perhaps you noticed that Buffalo, New York was just designated as the friendliest city in America in the last couple weeks by Travel and Leisure. Did you think Buffalo was friendly, folks? Did you think Buffalo was friendly? I hope we extended a warm welcome to all of you, that you had a chance to explore our community because the people are so friendly. And we also are so proud that we have turned a tough Rust Belt economy built on steel, like my grandparents and father worked at the steel plant. We've now turned it into an innovation economy. And you are part of that. And Huffington Post named Buffalo as one of the 10 places on the planet that's about to be great again. I think we just earned that title. With you here, we are great again. We're so happy to host you. Congratulations to all of you competing, and let's bring on the winners.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Hochul. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it so much.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. You know, this is really impressive for a technology guy like myself. This is such a wonderful event. Glad everyone's here. I was talking to James from London earlier, and it just was like, wow, you came from London? Wow, that is really impressive. So great to be here. And certainly we are very happy and proud to have partnered with the Buffalo Niagara Medical Campus on this STEM video challenge this year in conjunction with the Topcoder event. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. And AT&T certainly has a legacy of supporting STEM education programs in upstate New York, which my colleague Ben Roberts and I focus on, as well as across the country. As a matter of fact, we as a company have invested about $400 million in STEM education throughout the United States. And what that means is it includes our sponsorships, our investment in technology, bringing technology to middle school and high school education programs. You are all part of the innovation economy. You understand the value of the education. Maybe not everyone does, but our collective goal is to ensure that the young people today really can tap into the future jobs. And at AT&T, that's an important focus. because I'd like to retire one day, and certainly someone has to replace me. And for all you gray hairs out there, you want to do the same. And so the technology skills are really important for the careers of the 21st century. I'd like to welcome the judges on stage who judged these student competitions. So what these students did is submit videos to focus on how they envisioned technology changing the world. So that was the task given to them. And there were some great submissions. So I'd like to invite Ben Roberts, my colleague at AT&T, Alex Carrington, who is a tech entrepreneur and NFL star, Teresa Batrich from ACV Auctions. I'm not sure if Teresa made it, or she's on the way, and Danielle Allen, who I talked to earlier. Thank you so much. She is from Girl Develop It. And they certainly had a difficult task in judging the winners, but we do have 9 finalists in the middle school and high school categories, and we invited the students to be here. Some of them are here, and they're able to join us. So now we will get to the awards. We're going to start with the high school individual competition, and our first place winner is here today, James Shippens, 10th grader from Lewis Bennett High School, 363. All right, James, nice to meet you. We're going to show his video now, which is the winning high school individual video.
Hello, my name is James. This video is about the future of technology and how it will help New York. This is what Buffalo usually looks like on a winter day. The roads are usually covered with snow, and I had an idea how to fix this.
The streets, instead of having andesite or concrete, would have super strong glass,
which would leave you the possibility of putting solar panels inside the road. And when cars drive on the road, it will create friction, which could be used for energy for the road.
The glass would be super conductive and would be able to heat up the snow and ice really quickly.
If this technology became true, that would mean cars would be easier to drive in the winter. This technology would be amazing for New York, and I hope I could see it in the future. My name is James, and I hope you enjoyed.
All right, wasn't that great? We also have our second place winner here in the high school individual category, Naban Nazif, 11th grader at Math Sciences and Technology Prep. Congratulations. They really did put a lot of work into their videos. Now we have the high school group. And with us here today are the first place winners in that category. And also from the public schools, Math, Science, and Technology at Seneca. Please welcome Marianne Hussein, Rusi Mbazi, and Maximus Ward. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, you got that photo. Thank you so much. And now for our middle school category. We are joined by the winners. We have Aiden Dye, 7th grader at Frontier Middle School, who won 2nd place. Aiden. And also, we have Brooke and Max Mitchell. Brooke is in 5th grade at Hamlin Park Academy, number 74, and Max is in 7th grade at Cine Honors High School. Now, Max, are you camera shy? I watched your video. It was great. It really was great. So I'd like to thank everyone for all the students who participated. I know they had a lot of fun. They worked very, very hard. And also to the Lieutenant Governor for being here and for joining us on the stage. So we have some photo opportunities for all the photographers. All right, I think we're good. Thank you. Turning it back over to you, right?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, judges. And thank you, maybe, future Topcoder members. Give it up for them, guys. All right. Just hop on up here real quick. We have another speaker for you. I'd like to introduce Sam Couch. He is from IBM, and they are also a TCO 17 sponsor, so let's get up Sam. Sam, give a warm welcome to Sam, guys.
Awesome, thank you. So I am a developer advocate at IBM working on Watson. Together with Topcoder, we have partnered to support the cognitive community on Topcoder. And together we hosted a hackathon this weekend that ran from Saturday through Monday. There were 37 participants. In the end, there were 8 submissions from 7 countries. The challenge was to use Watson as well as the GitHub API in order to build whatever you wanted. The winning submission ended up being a Chrome extension that whenever you visited a GitHub repository would highlight all of the important parts of any given issue. And that was from Sky, who I believe is here with us, right there. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, give it up for Sam, everybody, and give it up for Sky. Great job, great job. All right, so enough of all that talking. It's time to give out some awards. What do you say? All right, first we're going to give out the Spirit Award, which was started many years ago after we lost a few of our Topcoder members who have passed away. This award is in memory of those members that we've lost and is given to a member, a TCO, who best personifies the Topcoder spirit. So let's see, this year, the Spirit Award goes to Talesforce. Come on up here, Talesforce. Congratulations, Talesforce. Thank you so much. Let's get a photo of you right here. Thank you, Talesforce. He's like, I did not expect this. Yeah, you're not supposed to expect it, man. We're going to surprise you. All right, we also want to give thanks. There's one designer who is not here, but has done so much for the TCO, and he's handled all of the graphics that you see here and is on hand to update the website, photos, and blogs. So I know he's probably watching on our webcam, so if we want to wave to him, James Marquez from the Philippines, also known as Quests. Thank you so much, James. We're really enjoying everything that you're providing to us. Thank you so much. And there's also another designer, actually. Her name is Dara Kay, or Daniela Pratia, who came on board the TCO team this year to help with tasks and running the Topcoder blog from the community as well. She's amazing. She's doing a lot of great things for us, so thank you so much. No pictures? Okay. We'll keep it moving. All right. So, of course, we also have to give a big shout out to the host of our TCO live stream, Will Price. If you guys have been watching, giving color commentary on all of these competitions, he's been doing a great job improving the broadcast year after year. And speaking of media, we also must recognize Sendika. Sendika, hello, you're filming me right now. Him and his wife, Farita, they're doing a lot of photos, a lot of videos. And we can't wait to see what the TCO 17 recap holds for us. So thank you so much, Sandika and Farita. All right, so more thanks. I'd also like to give you a big thanks and shout out to our CAB, our Community Advisory Board, for those of you who aren't familiar what the acronym stands for. So what the CAB does is they work with the Topcoder team. They're really passionate about making Topcoder a better place to compete. They're kind of our ears in the community. They're in the forums. They hear the strifes, bring it to us, and we work together to help solve as many problems as we can. They volunteer their own time, and they help us out a great bunch. So I'd like to get them up here, actually, and I think Jesse has a little something for them as well. Let's get up Bird of Preru, 4Coder, Sky, Ravi June, Thomas Kranitsas, and he's not here, but we will send Leo, what's his name? Teravilse. Yes, that's it. A little difficult. Come on up here, guys. Give it up for your cab. There you go, guys. All right, thank you so much, Cab. Whoa, that was fun. Cab, thank you for all your hard work. All right, we also need to thank our bloggers. Thank you so much for writing the amazing content from TCO, from learning different technologies, and so much more. So thank you to Gorbanov, Maestro, Talesforce, Nicolas, Ariento, Onko, Igor, Charles Lobo, and Dara K. Thank you so much for all the content that you bring to Topcoder. Doing an amazing job. All right, next. There are a number of members who won trips to the TCO 17, didn't necessarily compete, but we would like to get all the trip winners to come on up to the stage. So that would be the co-pilots, wireframe winners, and contest trip winners. So come on up, give them a round of applause. All right, congratulations, trip winners. Thank you so much. All right, well, now it's time to hand out some trophies. What do you say, guys? All right, so first I'm going to invite up Adam Moorhead, who's going to talk a little bit about the UI design. Some of you may have seen some of the designs going around. Adam will tell you what it's all about.
Thank you, Nick. And thank you, Nick, for everything that you do. So we've had an amazing 3 days. I know that UI designers are very tired. I'm probably not their best friend right this minute, but I'm sure we'll be friends here in a few more days. I would like to thank M&T Bank. M&T Bank sponsored the design challenge this year. And the design challenge this year was focused on Buffalo, in that M&T Bank sponsors Buffalo Promise neighborhood, and there is a school in the Westminster Charter School that they help sponsor. And as part of that, when students graduate, 8th grade, this is a school through 8th grade, when they graduate, they want to be able to still stay in contact, be able to help those students. So this application was focused on kind of like a life coach or a mentor for students to be able to find a life coach and be able to seek out or help throughout the day or throughout life and be able to find jobs and opportunities. The great thing about the last few days is we've done some workshops. So M&T Bank has been here, and we've done design sessions with the designers. We did a workshop, and yesterday we actually had students from Westminster come here and give us feedback on the designs. So they actually gave us user feedback on what they liked and what they didn't like. It was an amazing experience. It was very, very engaging. One of those, something that I'm going to remember forever, just a slight fact that we weren't too sure how engaged they would be, and they came in and they were excited, and they want to all work at Topcoder now and be an MC. So that's what they said in the session, that's what they want to do. So it was very, very exciting. We will announce the winners here in a minute, but I would like to bring up M&T Bank. So we have Chris, Mike, and Vicky from M&T Bank, and they'd like to say a few things. Chris?
Thank you. All right. Good afternoon. My name is Chris Brown, and I have the privilege of introducing M&T Bank's sponsorship, and Adam asked me to say just a few words about it. So I'd like to start at the beginning. So for many of you who are new to Buffalo and new perhaps to the United States and New York State, M&T Bank is a local institution. We are a regional bank. We've been this is our hometown. Our headquarters is just down the street. I encourage you to walk by and visit it. We've been part of Buffalo's history and part of Buffalo's fabric since 1856. Our tagline is understanding what's important. As employees of the bank, we take that role very seriously. We play an integral role in serving the communities in which we serve. And so as Adam said, when we had the sponsorship and had it initiated, so Michelle Trolley, who's our Chief Information Officer for M&T Bank, is here. She decided to sponsor it, and she worked with our Chief Technology Officer, Julieta Ross. So we sat in some sessions. What are we going to do with this design challenge? So Adam talked to us and said, we have a design challenge as part of the sponsorship. We weren't sure what we were going to do, and that's when we said, you know what, let's engage our school that we sponsor. It's a kindergarten through 8th grade school in one of the most impoverished neighborhoods within the city of Buffalo. And M&T Bank has done a lot working with the parents, the educators who are there to change lives. And as we worked through this over the last few days, that's really what came to me was the connections that we all have and the power of technology to change lives. And working through this process over the last few days, it's changed my life. I've met so many exciting people and had the privilege of meeting the 14 designers from all over the world who sat down and worked through this design process, and we're so proud of this. And as Adam mentioned a few minutes ago, having the 7th and 8th grade students critique the work of the designers and work with us, and as adults, Mike LaManna, Vicky Nardone, who were part of this process, we were adults trying to interpret for children, and they validated some of our assumptions, and they told us when we were way off base. And it was one of those magic moments that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And this whole experience of Topcoder has been a very exciting one for me, and I know speaking for Mike and Vicky as well, and really excited to be part of it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I think it's now time to bring the UI design finalists up. Let's figure out who our champion is going to be for TCO 17. Come on up. I think we're going to want to look at the scoreboard up here, so you can come around this way. There you go. Our 2017 champion is Carm, who won $10,000. Chris, this is, if you would like to give this to Carm. Would you like to get a picture with you over here? Oh. Woo! Great job, Crum. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Nice job, Crum. Nick? Oh, I guess I'm still up here. Okay, now we have the UI prototype. So this year we were just at the Gartner conference and we ran one of the Topcoder Lux challenges. A Lux challenge is a live user experience challenge. This is a design challenge that we run at events. It is a 48-hour design challenge, and we ran this for a customer of ours. And the application was, if you are a company that has probably a very strong brand, this was for a company that has products like cereal, and the idea is, if you are an employee, you're really happy with your company, really happy with your brand, out in the world, out in the wild, you could take pictures of your brand not being used appropriately. And so this application would be an employee ideation platform, but also the idea of sharing your brand and understanding if, like, say, boxes are damaged or things are not being displayed correctly. UI prototype, we take this design, so we did this design in 48 hours. We took the design, and UI prototype is the conversion of that design to HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript. And so I would like to bring up our UI prototype finalists for who will be our TCO 17 UI prototype champion. Woo! Let's take a look at the results. And in third place, we have Alcilia. Second place, we have Thomas Krentis. And in first place, that means we have returning champion Muli G. Nice job. Congratulations. Muli G wins $10,000. Nice job.
Let's give it up for Muli G, now 3-time prototype champion. All right, now I want to invite up Ward Loving, who was the co-writer of the development challenge, so he'll come up and explain exactly what they were developing. I'm sure you saw a lot of code up there, but not quite sure what it said, so Ward, please explain.
Happily. Hello, everyone. In our development track this year, we focused on applications that delivered insight for users of the Topcoder platform. So as more people are using Topcoder and approaching crowdsourcing, it's becoming more invasive. There's more and more need for people to understand what's going on with the platform. So which members are the best at certain technologies, the competencies of our platform, and what are the optimal ways to use it. So in this challenge, our members tackled questions like, what's the optimal price to put on a certain technology? We tackled questions like, how many submissions can you expect for a certain challenge type? Or what technologies have our best members approached? So without further ado, I guess we'll see the winners.
Let's actually get the development finalists up here. Before we do it, just jump the gun a little bit. I'm gonna hop on down, give them some room. He's okay. All right, let's take a look at the final results. Congratulations to Bird of Preru. He has won $10,000. All right, let's keep this moving along. We have the first two finished finalists. Let's have them line up on the stage. And watch your step. Let's take a look at the final results. Congratulations to Akinwale, winning $10,000. All right, let's get his wife up there. Super excited. He's in the stroller. All right, one more second. Let's get the baby up there with you guys. How about that? Congratulations again, Akinwale and family. All right, let's get our marathon finalists lined up to the stage. How about that? All right, let's take a look at the final results. Congratulations to the defending champion, Sci-Ho. Winning $10,000. Congratulations, Sci-Ho. That's one way to get off the stage. All right, if we can get our algorithm semifinalists to line up on the stage, please. Algorithm semifinalists. Congratulations, semifinalists. Great for making it this far. Now if we can get our algorithm finalists lined up on the stage for our final award. All right, this is it. Let's take a look at the final results. All right, give it up for our new TCO 17 algorithm champion, XUDYH. XUDYH receives $10,000. All right, thank you, Lieutenant Governor, for handing out those trophies for us. Give it up. All right, well, that does it for the awards section. I'd like to give another thank you to our sponsors, our host, BNMC. Thank you for letting us use this space. It is amazing. We had a great time. We've had a lot of compliments. The City of Buffalo, the State of New York, M&T Bank, Google, Praxair, Superior Group, Infotech, University at Buffalo, and Topcoder with Watson. Thank you so much. One more round of applause for them people. And thanks again to our winners, our finalists, and especially our staff. She's gotten so much recognition, we have to recognize her one more time. Let's give it up for Jessie. Jessie, where are you? Can you come up on stage real quick, please? Where's Jessie? Come on up. All right. Jessie has worked so hard. She is the backbone behind the TCO 17 and all TCOs that you've been part of. She's put all of this together. We are just bodies here helping her. So, Jessie, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
You did great.
Thank you so much. And we have a few presents for you as well. Some flowers, your own trophy. Look at that, guys. Thank you so much, Jesse. All right, how about one more big round of applause for everyone here, everyone who competed, just so much awesomeness happening right here. I love it. Okay, so we're officially closing down the arena for our massive staff breakdown. We're going to clear all of this out here tonight, but before you go, the closing reception is going to be held at Expo, and it's only a few blocks away from the hotel, so please meet us there. The info is in your agenda. So you could also meet some of the TC admins. We're going to be in the lobby at 6:30, and we can walk over together. It's up to you. So till next year at TCO 18, I am Nick Castillo, your community manager. I'll see you then. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. And actually, if we can get everybody here in the center, we're going to get like one big photo, one big TCO 17 photo. It's going to look amazing. So let's all gather here. Gil, can you get us some lights that we can work with?
As we wrap up at TCO 17, Nick's just doing photo ops. I figured no one really wants to hear about that. Oh man, I got to take my hands off. I can hear myself talk. That's no good. I just wanted to do a quick sign off from the studio. I can tell Nick's busy and he wants to be here and say goodbye. But I just wanted to thank everyone who's tuned in over the courses of the past 3 days and given us the viewership. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, all the activity in the chat. We love you guys. You know, your interactions with us are what keep us going. 2 years ago, I did this with a webcam duct taped to a tripod. We've been doing everything we can to make it better every year. So, you know, the more you guys show up, the better I can make it. So please keep coming. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Let us know that you like the stream, that you want more of the stream, and then I can make it better every year for you. Once again, everyone who's been with me all weekend, just thank you so much. Huge thanks to Nick. He's not here. I could not have done the stream without him. He was right next to me, feeding me lines the whole time, helping me keep going when I thought I was about to pass out. So Nick is just the greatest. He's been so helpful to me. Also, a big thanks to Gil from BAV. No one here sees him, no one here knows him, but he helped with all of our video work, getting every competitor's screen, well, almost every competitor's screen over the course of the past 3 days, really helping us up our game this year on the broadcast. So with that, everyone who's been watching, thanks again. Thank you from Buffalo, from BNMC at the Dig Innovation Center. We're signing off from Topcoder Open 2017. Roll the sponsor reel.